All right, so just to compare this right with other hosting plans, so let's go to Go 45. So Go 45, same thing too, but I want you to understand something again here, is that there are different kinds of hosting plans. There's the one that is called shared, there's the one that is called dedicated. So this is a shared plan. You can see the road shared plan here, shared hosting, shared hosting, shared hosting. That means that on this particular one now you are on a particular device or a storage that is shared by different people. So let's say, for example, now, like I said, you bought a domain, right? But this your house now, you are sharing the compound with a few other people. Like you built a house, there are 4 units or 4 bedrooms or something there, and each of those houses, each of those rooms or something, individual people are occupying it. So like this one now, I told you this has 6 gig, this has 12 gig, this has 24 gig. So it depends on whatever it is that you are picking. So like this one on Go 45 now that says premium 6 gig Nilux shared hosting. This is what you are going to get. So you get 6 gig of space. That means if your website, you want to put in videos, you want to put in pictures, it's no more than 6 gig. This particular one can suffice for it. 6 gig bandwidth, that means that in a day, right, number of people that can visit your site, right, if it passes 3 gig, the system, your site will crash. Basically, that's what it means. So what this basically means, let's say like 66,000 and 30,000 people visit your site and on your site at the same time. If you are a small business, I don't think you are going to have that, except you're like a social media like Facebook. That's when you have that kind of issue. But if you see that your traffic is getting very, very high, then you may have to increase this. Subdomains is that you have this your main site, maybe www, your name of a business, and you can now have / another domain underneath it. I will explain that in other videos. Then you have 2 additional domains. You can add another domain to this. Free .ng domain. You have free SSL. So here now you can see they are offering you free SSL. Remember when we're at Namecheap here, the SSL here, you can see the SSL is for sale. It's $6 per year. But here now, these guys are offering you free SSL certificate, and then you have unlimited email. On this particular part, and what do I call it now? This one's free trial for the first year. And GoDaddy is likely at some point you start buying emails. If you want to use like email at yourdomain.com, you pay for it. Right now it's free, but by the time you now go and after a year or 2, they might tell you to start paying for it. But here it is unlimited. Database to unlimited. So this is what it is. But you can see here it's also showing 2,000 naira per month, not per year. So if you come down to this side, billing, you see quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. So if you click on the annually, you see that it is 20,000. Now this is for the 6 gig. If your site is going to have more content on it, you might want to switch to maybe like the 12 gig or 25 gig here. So let's say this 12 gig now. You can see for the annual is now 28,000, right? And you can go through others too. This one is duplex, which is 48,000, and then you have this supreme, which is 50,000 naira per annum. Do you get it? So for you that you are starting, you might want to just start with this 6 gig and see how it goes. At any time, you can always upgrade your domain. You can always upgrade. So you can switch from this. Maybe after 6 months of running it, you have exceeded this 6 gig, or people that come to your site are so much, you can easily upgrade to any of these other ones. So there's no issue about that. So imagine now we've picked this, and then we are saying that this is 20,000 naira per month, but I want it to be, it's not switching to 20,000. So anyway, this is supposed to be monthly. So you are supposed to multiply this monthly times 12 to be able to get your figure, which is like 28. Remember, they are offering you your domain for 18 plus this 24 now. So that will give you 18 plus 24. 18 plus 24, and that gives you 48,000 naira to get your domain and your hosting on here. Now I can tell you, like I said, there are in what do call it now, VAT and everything will still be added to it. So she just sum it up to about 50,000 naira to be on the safe side. Alright. Meanwhile, remember we did this one here. By the time we calculated this one, we had about over 100,000 naira. So that's a difference. So let me show you another company or hosting. This is SmartWeber now, and SmartWeber, their Linux hosting, which is a shared hosting plan. You have this per month. You have also this starter pack per month. You have this one too is per month. But you can see here they have different one. Another one I just show you is this dedicated server. So this dedicated server is for those that want to do like an e-commerce. You want to do an e-commerce website that would have a very large space and a larger bandwidth, and all of those things would work out very well for you. So you have these packages here. So this one is about 270,000 naira. So you see, when people are saying they want to build an e-commerce site and they are doing it on a hosting plan, it's not that it's not going to work, but it's possible that you're going to quickly outuse your space. And then if you are using shared hosting, you the reliability of the server, maybe you open your website one time, maybe another person is using so much of the site at that particular time, your site might not necessarily open quickly, or it might be slowing down because you are sharing the platform. Just like saying that you are in an apartment, you have 3 bedrooms, and one person is using AC, one person is using cooker, only one person. That person will be consuming more electricity than all of you, and that's just the situation. So it's important that you understand that. So let's say I even do with this, the lowest one here. So this 1.5 now, if you have to calculate it as 1.5 times 12, so this is 18,000. Meanwhile, these people are offering you 20,000 naira for your domain. So 20,000 naira plus this domain now, which is 18, it gives you 38,000 naira. Like I said, add VAT, add other things. Let us just sum it up to about 45,000 naira. So it depends on what you are trying to achieve. You will now add up everything together. At the end of the day, you will now know how much you are getting for your hosting and your domain. Like I said, some of these platforms is when you get to the checkout point that you see the total amount that you're actually going to now pay for. Alright, so here is the summary of the order that we made. So you can see it's summing up to about 39,775. So, and they've added their VAT, they've added every other thing here. So this is how much you are going to pay to have a starter pack hosting and a domain. So your domain here for 1 year is costing 20,000 naira, and then the starter pack is 17,000 naira here. Remember, like I told you, you can edit it. It depends on the size that you want and everything. So here now, for someone that is starting up, I think this is a fair amount to start with, except you've already predefined what you wanted. Maybe like your web designer has told you, oh, you're going to need this amount of space that is more than the 6 gig, then you can want to upgrade it, and you can start with this. As time goes on, you can always upgrade. Alright, so that's why I want to explain to you that there's a difference between a domain registration and the hosting hosting plan. So this hosting now is where we'll go next to install. You have access to your cPanel, and then you have access to, you now under your cPanel, you'll be able to create email addresses, and then you'd also be able to install your WordPress that you build your site on, that everybody can now visit. Alright, so see you on the next one.